Hi everyone, welcome to Knowing Your Medical Maestros Beyond the White Coat. We are your hosts, Carol and Zippy, and today we are excited to have you again on board. And we have an amazing guest star today, and we'll allow her to introduce herself. So, karibu sana.
My name is Betty Okere. Betty Okere is a clinical dietitian and a diabetes educator. But she's also a mother and a singer.
Oh, amazing. Yes. That's lovely. A beautiful combination.
I know.
Thank you.
Which tone in singing?
My voice is actually in the keyboard. I sing soprano. I know I speak in bass. But yes, I love singing. Yes, yes.
So where did your passion come from? Ukitupia tu journey yako ilianzia ni wapi? From primary? Kienda high school?
You know what I'd say, and nowadays children know what they want to do. I think by the time they are born. I didn't quite know what I wanted to do in primary, but one thing I was sure about is that I needed to be around a place where I could help people.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm.
And maybe as I transitioned into high school, it now became clear I wanted to be a doctor because I used to admire the white coat.
Feeling at the stethoscope.
Oh yeah, actually maybe not even the stethoscope. The white coat. Wow. It was just looking dainty and nice and clean, and you have it all together. And I think it's in high school that I started wearing spectacles, and it matched the look. You're gonna have a white coat and then with the glasses, and that looked really fun. But also the fact that I could be able to help people. Having come from a background where a lot of people were not able to get medical care easily. I was born and brought up in Kibra, the chocolate city. And for me, that came as a natural, always wanting to, not let my people go through the same sufferings and the same challenges that we had. So yeah, it was apparent I was going to be a doctor. Then, I went to campus. And I didn't quite get to be study for my MBCHB because I didn't get the marks for it, but I knew I would be one. So I went to campus and I did nutrition. And that was the closest to the white coat. And yes, we still do the white coats, and it was a nice thing. And along the way, I just made sure that I studied everything and anything that would move me close to being able to help patients in the best way that I could. Yes. And this time, not just to cure, but to prevent complications and diseases, which to me is a good thing. If we can prevent a disease or a complication, then it means even though you do not have the sufficient money or your background is not as privileged that you'd have the money to seek medical care, you have prevented the problem in the first place. And most of the times, you do not need money to do the prevention, but you need money to do the cure.
Yes, and the treatment,
Yes.
Amazing. It seems your heart has always been passionate about people and people's health and wellness.
Yes.
And before you skip very far, tumeruka mambo ya seko. Are you I don't know how you're dodging that part.
I was really trying to dodge it, but it has come. Anyway, my school would be my secondary life. Oh, by the way, I love it. I know this comes from a point where people wouldn't want to say they love their high schools. Oh, I love my high school. The Moi Forces Academy, Lanet. Please do not leave out the article. The Moi Forces Academy, Lanet. So that's where I went to school for my high school. I was not born of a military parent, so I was amongst the lucky 20% back then, a civilian who would get an opportunity to study in that school. And that's because they used to tell people to apply and people would not apply.
Yeah.
And so when I was told that there's this school that exists, I applied and I got the marks for it and I got in and it was lovely. That was the first time I was using a mattress without having to share with anyone, and it was a high density mattress, and not having to share a bed with anyone. I almost got into trouble when I went to campus and I told them I couldn't sleep in the mattress they gave me. They asked me, "You're from high school?" And I said, "Yeah, where I slept on a high density mattress that was changed every single year." Yes, the bar was high.
Yeah. In terms of discipline, how was it being in a school that is run by the, disciplined forces? Yeah, was that very strict to you? And what did you gain in being in such a setting? Was it okay? It was good, as you say.
Yes, it was
But
good.
what skills were instilled in you in that space?
I am a firstborn girl, so discipline comes very automatic.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. That's a story for another day. But so when I went to a military school and things were really organized, that organization was impressive. I loved that. And it also taught me a lot of things in life. It may have taught me the hard things in life, that there's black and then there's white, no gray areas, which can be really, difficult for most people. But I like that structure because it made us into who we are. We follow rules 99.9% of the times, unless when it's impossible to do that. But it also created a sense of responsibility in me. I was a prefect in high school. I still ended up being a prefect prefect in primary, and I ended up being a prefect in high school, and ended up being a head girl, which I think most people still see, but have mellowed with time. Children happened, and I decided to be human about it. But yes, it has taught me a lot of the leadership things that I know today. The military way of doing things, respecting the ranks, knowing that there's authority, there's leadership, there's structures, there's a way things should be done. And yeah, that was a good thing. Would I go back to high school? Yes, I would. I'm sure I'd still fit there anyway. My uniform would still probably fit me.
I have mine as well.
Yes, it would still fit me. I would still wear my academia skirt, but now I think the color has changed. So
nowadays it's blue.
It's blue, eh?
Yeah.
We were in maroon.
Maroon.
Yes.
Maroon and white.
Maroon and white.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seems it was amazing.
It was a beautiful school. Yes, it was.
Good school.
Yes.
We didn't have what are they called? We didn't have a tuck shop and all that.
Yeah.
But we had a very beautiful bakery. It had
Oh yes. It was made. When I was still in school, that bakery would use firewood to bake. So there's a way the bread would.
Smoky.
It was smoky flavored.
Yes.
And that was a good thing.
We still got it within our year.
Oh, you
We
did?
had firewood, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So they hadn't moved to oven and gas.
Yeah.
So we were still using firewood. And then we still, when Betty's time they did military training, we still did the training in the morning.
Paramilitary training. That was good.
It was very good early in the morning.
Yeah.
Now you're there when cadets are doing hoo-hoo, you're also doing hoo-hoo with them in the morning. But yeah.
And it actually shows you the other side of life, that what you may deem as impossible is actually possible. It's just a state of mind, and maybe the limits that you set for yourself. And I would say MFA taught me how to, accept the tough things in life. Accept the tough things in life. Eventually, they won't quite break you, but they'll come to pass. They get very tough, but it gets to pass. But yes, I would go back to high school.
So would you say you experienced any challenges in MFA? Like the most challenging bit in MFA, what was it?
The cold.
Yeah.
And then I hated being away from home.
Okay.
And I don't think I would take any of my children to a boarding school.
Yeah.
The trauma of just not being at home. Weird as it may sound, I used to think that when I go home I'll find people dead and I'll be the only one who survived. Maybe because I felt a lot of safety in MFA and having come from a slum and everything else going on, I wasn't really sure that was safe enough. far-fetched, but yes,
Yeah,
it was a real fear.
Yeah.
So every day I would worry about what if I go and then our house got burnt down? What if I go and then someone was mugged and they never made it out alive? And here I am, safe, surrounded by military barracks. I think there were 2 or 3 of them. Two, yeah. And it was very safe. Like when people went for strikes, the TSC strikes, we never used to go. Yeah, and we were protected. Nobody would touch the school.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it happened even in the 2017 post-election. We were in school.
Mm-hmm,
And every time we were in class, us with guns.
Yeah, you were secured.
Yeah.
Secured. They sleep in our compound.
Yeah.
You find tents somewhere in
Yes.
the field.
They're taking care of
And you
you.
guys, they would reach, you remember 1 km?
Yes, yes,
That's
1
the
km,
farthest
yes.
They would reach. Like in
Yeah.
terms of reaching school, they couldn't pass 1 km.
Yeah.
So it was pretty, I agree with Betty.
And but what maybe was a moment I wouldn't want to relive in school, in high school, is when people hate you for wanting to do the right thing. Rules are rules. Rules must be followed.
Yes.
And who enforces the rules? It's a prefect. It never got out of hand for MFA, but I know so many schools where that got out of hand and prefects were hated so much, to the extent of people touching schools just to make sure the prefects are not there. And there are so many examples in our times, and that would be a scary moment. But those who took it positively, it helped them in life. And anyway, somebody had to enforce the rules.
That's true.
Which I'm sure maybe the people who also didn't want it are now enforcing the same rules with their children. So it still comes
Those are
around.
important.
That's
That's important. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, those are quite tough challenges,
Oh, yes.
both psychological and emotional and
Yes,
physically.
yes.
But I think what doesn't break you really just builds you, makes you stronger.
Hopefully does make you stronger, but maybe it leaves you with scars
Yeah, we are all
and
watching
wounds
about
that you
it.
may easily carry to the next generation and to people. Yeah, and you might not be aware of them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I think moving on now to you went to campus and you did nutrition.
Yes, Kenyatta
So-
University to be precise. Back then we used to be the University of the Future. I don't know what they are right now.
There was so much optimism and hope. So how was the training for you? How are the 4 years for you of nutrition? And
Was it 4 or 5?
For I had amazing friends in school. My pack of 6 girls, still very dear to me. So many years down the line, we are now almost becoming grandmothers. But we loved it. Those were my to-go-to support team. And they were amazing. Campus gave me the opportunity to explore every other thing because now there was newfound freedom.
Yeah.
And
You're an adult.
yes, you're an adult, but we were very responsible again. So what would happen every time when we'd start a semester?
Yeah.
Usually we would look for a place to go. At least 1 week out of school to just go and have fun. Oh, we traversed this country. We all had help money.
Yeah.
So we would not use all of it, by the way, we are very responsible. So we'd go to a town where either there's a relative or there's someone who you know, so that at least we would have an accommodation.
Yes.
And then we would buy food and cook, and we'd buy shopping for that family where we went. But we would always go out and just have fun, be girls, and see what the world had to do for us. If any of us needed our support and help, maybe with their family, we'd always be there. We're still together now. People are in different parts of this world and different parts of this country, but we are all doing so well. We thank God for that. But campus was also a tricky moment. I needed to get things that would make me survive, but they had to be good things. So I had to make money. And that means I would always come home there were so many youth groups in Kibera, and we'd get gigs, we would act, we would sing, we would dance, and we'd get paid for it. So by the way, I remember once when I was in campus, my mother came. I was in first year. She came on a Friday to bring me food from home. She didn't find me in school. She didn't find me in school. But my roommates were gracious enough to tell her, by the way, Amanda to job. True. I was in Kibera. I was going to show up at home in the evening, but I had a gig, man. I needed the money. Yeah, so that plus I would make clothes for a living. I'd make people's hair for a living, braiding, plaiting, and all that, because I knew how to do all that. But I would also act, Kenyatta University Traveling Theatre, and we'd get some little money here and there, and that would keep us in school. But why did I need the extra money? I had my siblings who were still in school, and I needed to support with that. And I was happy that HELP had given me a full loan, so I had and full bursary, so I had some money to spare. Saddest moments in campus, I hated when we went back to campus after 2007 post-election violence. We were still living in Kibera, so I saw the violence firsthand. And every time I would see people in groups, I would imagine the worst. But also the bad part of that is that I had forgotten. I'm very good with numbers. When I see a number, I'm able to know who that is, even if I didn't save it. But then I forgot everything, including my PIN number for the bank and for the phone.
Was it because of
Trauma.
What you saw at home?
Yes. So I was so traumatized. I couldn't remember numbers, and that was frustrating for me. And then the fact that I couldn't stand people in groups, but the university gave us counselors, and we were able to live through that moment. But the one thing that I don't even think my family members know is in third year, I almost deferred my studies because my help went to the wrong account and the person had withdrawn it.
Oh no.
Yes. I wasn't going to go home and say I need money. There was no, who are you going to ask? There was no money. And I knew that was going to be the end of it. So I told my friends, and I told them separately, and I think they had a meeting. They spoke, and then they called me. Because with help, I would get accommodation and everything else.
Yes.
But the bursary had already hit the account. I think in a whole year we used to pay 25,000 as a tuition fee. I think so, if I'm not wrong. Yes. So do you know what they did? My girls. God bless them. They actually took their help money and they raised my school fees. And they paid for it.
Wow.
Yes, they paid for it. And they said, you know what, you don't have to pay this, even if you'll pay it after we get out of campus and we have money. But if your help comes and you're able to spare it, you spare it. Then now there was food and accommodation. They still paid accommodation. I think our accommodation was like, what, 6,000 in a year?
Yeah.
It was very cheap. I can't remember, but it was very cheap. So they paid that as well. And they took on the mantle of feeding me. So maybe this video might be the only time my family gets to know that I wanted to defer. Because they asked me, why are we graduating without you? Why? We started together. We've been together in this.
It's amazing how life just brings you friends
The
that
right
are
people.
so precious. Light, light when it's darkest.
Yeah, so that was quite a tough one. Yeah, but we lived through it and here we are.
Amazing.
Campus. Hey. Man, it has touched me. So, I mean, to have friends, and I think that's what like people need to understand. Like, I don't know kama ni maisha once in a party, like genuine friends. When you get genuine friends,
They are few. They are very few.
Like
Very
you
few.
just need to keep them there because kwa muda people come and go. But I really have to.
And do you know what they actually had to give up? Remember I told you we used to go out every beginning of semester and have fun? That year we didn't. We didn't. We couldn't.
Because they had to give up.
Yes. And people who had, I may not mention names, but people who had the privilege of having extra money from home always made sure that, you know what, there is no way they were going to eat cake and I'm struggling with githeri or just bread. They would bring the cake. If they went home and they found sausages, they would bring it. Yes.
We all need such friends.
Yes. Yes.
Beautiful.
So now Betty, you went to Kampo Kafanya nutrition. Is it something that you always wanted to do? Ama life yako ilikuwa inalenga kwingine?
I wanted to be in a hospital.
That's it.
Yes, I wanted to be in a hospital. And I had to, by all means and ways. I was born and raised in Kibera. We don't know how to give up. Give up for who? Who's going to pick you up?
And then you went to a military school.
Hey! things had to just work. Work or work. Work or work.
And so, did you love nutrition? Umeshaingia like ulikuja ukaipenda tu. You know the way, yes, you wanted to be in a hospital, but if you're given another chance, like you do something else.
Like
nursing.
nursing.
Nursing, utapata passion yako si venye ulitaka, but
yeah, I get you. I came to find love in it, and that's because I love reading and I love biology. I think my best subject coming out of high school was biology. That is the one subject that even if I was dozing and a question was asked, I would get it correctly. I still do. I still am able to teach my kids biology. They just don't know how. But yeah, I loved it. What was his name?
That's where passion comes.
What was his name?
Yeah,
He was a man.
Really do matter.
I'm not very good with names, but I loved my biology teacher. Not Nunda. Oh, he was not called Nunda. It was a nickname. Okay, fine. Now that you know that. Nunda taught me chemistry.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he was a good chemistry.
Oh my goodness, why am I for Kanye? Yes, it was Mr. Kanye. Yes. Mr. Kanye.
Big ups, Mr. Kanye.
Yes, he did a good job. He loved bio and I loved bio equally. And yeah, it was easy. I don't know why people think bio is hard.
No, I think when you have the right mindset and the right teacher, you will definitely ace bio.
Yeah, it was.
But just ukipata now when it comes to chem, upate tu teacher mwenye.
You will not. Yeah.
I think anything. If you find someone who will teach you and they're just passionate about it and their attitude also.
Yeah,
really
I think it's the attitude.
You can do it,
yeah.
you will do it.
It's the attitude because my maths teacher, whoa, may he rest well.
Yes.
Wow, he used to remind us how we'd amount to nothing. Mwalimu wa maths. But anyway, he's not here now.
Thank God he wasn't a prophet.
My wanting to pass maths was to prove people wrong.
Yes.
Because, by the way, you know I had a D- in maths. Okay, my children will get to see this. I had a D-, but I made it to a B+ in maths. So please, guys. And it was the attitude of the teacher and the fact that you not amount to anything.
Yeah, that crushes you.
So for me, it was just, you know what, do this thing so hard and so well that people can access. So to move from a D- in maths to a B+ in maths, really that was huge for me, and I didn't care about the A in maths. I got what I got.
Amazing.
Yes.